I remember the day my neighbor Lorraine, at age 78, stood at the bottom of her own staircase and felt a wave of dread wash over her. For years, she had bounded up those steps to fetch laundry or grab a book from the upstairs shelf without a second thought. But on that afternoon, she froze. Her knees trembled, her hips felt unsteady, and the sense of panic in her chest grew with each passing second. She later confided in me that in that moment, she realized how close she was to losing the simple freedom of navigating the home she'd lived in for over 4 decades. It's a universal experience for many of us as we grow older, isn't it? The stairs that once posed no challenge can suddenly feel like mountains. The fear of taking a misstep, or the soreness and fatigue that follow a single flight, can be overwhelming. Even worse, some people begin avoiding stairs altogether, letting that little flight become a symbolic wall between them and the life they used to enjoy. But think about this for a moment. How would your life change if climbing stairs was never again an obstacle? If, past 85, you could still ascend with confidence, carrying a basket of laundry without needing to pause for breath? Today we're going to talk about 7 strength exercises that keep you climbing stairs, even beyond the age of 85, while preserving your independence every step of the way. By the time you've heard about all 7, you'll see exactly how to build the kind of lower body power, stability, and stamina that most seniors assume is out of reach. Stick with me to the end, because the final exercise we'll discuss might be the most surprising approach of all. The best part? You can start integrating these exercises into your daily routine right away, whether you're 65 or turning 90 this year. Doctors and specialists are finally recognizing something critical. Senior strength training doesn't have to be about lifting heavy weights or running miles. Often it's about precise functional movements that support the exact activities you need, such as climbing stairs or moving around your home with greater ease. That's why everything I'll share with you today is tailor-made for older adults who want to stay active, mobile, and self-reliant. Before we dive in, let me ask you for a quick favor. If this topic resonates with you, if you've ever felt even a hint of that stair-related anxiety, take a second to subscribe to this channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss a future video. We're a community of like-minded folks, all dedicated to reclaiming our health and preserving our autonomy as the years go by. If, after watching, you find this information valuable, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 and let me know how I can improve. All right, let's get started with our first exercise. Each one of these will combine a little-known insight, a personal story of transformation, and a clear step-by-step way for you to put it into practice. More than that, you'll see how practicing these exercises doesn't just keep your legs strong. It can also revive your sense of independence, so you never have to hesitate or feel insecure when you encounter a flight of stairs. Let's dive in. Number 1, and perhaps the most fundamental of all, chair squats with a twist. This movement challenges a common misconception that squats are only for young gym rats doing heavy barbell training. In reality, a properly modified squat can become the bedrock of lower body strength for seniors who want to conquer stairs long past the age of 85. A lot of people believe that once they pass 65, squatting is too dangerous or too hard on the knees. They fear that bending deeply will aggravate existing joint problems. The misunderstanding here is that it's not squatting itself that's the problem. It's incorrect form and excessive load that can lead to pain. Squatting is actually one of the most natural movements the human body can perform, and when done right, it strengthens your thighs, hips, and core in ways that directly translate to climbing stairs. Let's talk about Henry, who's 81. He'd spent most of his life as a school bus driver, sitting for long hours every day. When he retired, he found that simply getting in and out of his armchair had become a challenge. He'd often use his arms to push himself up, groaning at the strain in his legs. One day, he attended a community fitness class that introduced him to gentle chair squats. At first, he could barely do 3 without feeling shaky, but within a few weeks of practicing the correct form, something shifted. Rising from a seated position at home felt easier. He stopped bracing himself with his hands. And most importantly, he noticed that climbing the 2 flights to his bedroom no longer left him panting at the top. The surprising truth is that squats, when done carefully and consistently, rebuild your foundation. Think of your legs like the pillars of a bridge. If those pillars are weak, the whole structure is at risk. Every time you do a proper chair squat, you're telling your body, I need these muscles strong for functional tasks, and your body responds by fortifying them. The best part? It doesn't take hours. Even 10 chair squats a day can yield noticeable changes in your strength and confidence. Here's how to do it. Start by placing a sturdy chair against a wall. Sit with your feet about hip distance apart, knees at a right angle if possible. Engage your core. Imagine gently drawing your belly button in. Lean forward slightly and push down through your heels to stand. Keep your chest upright, and as you rise, keep a gentle bend in your knees. Then lower yourself back down with control. Aim for 5 repetitions at first, then gradually add more as you feel comfortable. Some people like to hover just above the chair seat for a moment to build extra strength. When you master chair squats, you'll feel a surge of confidence. You'll notice it every time you transition from sitting to standing. No more wincing, no more fear of knees buckling. That renewed ability to stand up strong directly translates into better stair climbing because your quads and glutes, the prime movers for ascending each step, become more resilient. It's about turning a once challenging motion into second nature so you can focus on living life rather than worrying about how to move. Now let's move on to the second exercise. Countertop push-offs for core and upper leg stability. This one might sound odd. Why focus on an exercise that seems upper body oriented when we're talking about climbing stairs? Because there's a powerful hidden benefit here that most seniors overlook. The usual misconception is that upper body strength has little to do with lower body tasks like stair climbing. People think the arms and chest are just for carrying groceries, opening jars, or hugging grandchildren. While that's partly true, many seniors don't realize how crucial core engagement is for stable movement overall. A strong torso, which includes your abs and lower back, plays a massive role in preventing falls and helping you handle transitions, like stepping upstairs gracefully. Consider Anita, age 75. She'd always been proud of her posture, but found herself hunching slightly whenever climbing the stairs in her home. She'd gripped the banisters so tightly that her knuckles turned white. One day, her physical therapist suggested an unconventional approach. Practice countertop push-offs to strengthen her upper body and torso alignment. Anita scoffed at first. How will push-ups help my knee? She asked. But after giving it a try for a few weeks, she discovered that having a stronger core gave her better posture overall. By bracing her midsection correctly, she alleviated some of the strain in her legs and felt more balanced while going upstairs. The surprising insight is that your core forms a central link between your upper and lower body. When that link is weak, every step you take is less stable. When it's strong, you can lift each leg more efficiently, distributing the effort so your knees and hips aren't bearing the brunt alone. And the best part about countertop push-offs is how easy they are to incorporate. You can do them in your kitchen, even while waiting for your tea to brew. Here's the practical step-by-step. Stand at arm's length from a sturdy counter, place your palms on the edge, and step your feet back until your body forms a slight diagonal line from head to heel. Keep your core tight. Slowly bend your elbows and lower your chest toward the counter as if doing a push-up. Then push back to the starting position. Begin with 5 to 10 repetitions, focusing on controlled movement and steady breathing. Feel the difference in your shoulders and upper back as you do this. That sense of stability and alignment will carry over to your everyday movements. Before you know it, you'll feel lighter on your feet when you climb stairs because your entire body is working in harmony. Now, if you're still with me and finding these insights valuable, please comment the number 2 below so I know you made it this far. It motivates me to keep sharing tips that can truly make a difference. And if you haven't subscribed yet, do so now and hit the bell, because there's so much more to explore on living independently and confidently in your senior years. Moving along to the third exercise, step-up progressions. This might seem obvious. After all, practicing steps for better stair climbing seems straightforward. But there's a major twist here that most seniors miss. The bold statement, the way you've been going upstairs your whole life could actually be sabotaging your joints right now. It's a common misconception that all stepping is good stepping. Many of us grew up bounding up the stairs 2 at a time. That habit places undue stress on the knees and hips, especially once you pass 65. By continuing that motion, you could be setting yourself up for inflammation, pain, and even injury over time. Look at Robert, who is 77. He lived in a two-story house with a basement, so stairs were everywhere. For years, he believed more is better, so he'd take the steps quickly, skipping every other stair. When knee pain forced him to slow down, it turned out all that bounding had worn down the cartilage in his joints. His doctor suggested a more methodical approach: step-up progressions on a single stair before attempting entire flights. Robert started with a 6-inch platform, holding onto the wall for balance. He'd step up with his right foot, bring his left foot to meet it, then step down and repeat. At first it seemed tedious, but after several weeks his knee pain subsided. Not only that, he discovered a new level of control and balance while ascending the full flight of stairs in his home. The surprising truth here is that slow, controlled step-ups can reteach your muscles and joints how to work together efficiently. Instead of relying on momentum, you learn proper body alignment and even weight distribution. It's like training each mini stair so you can handle the real thing with greater ease. Here's how to try it. Start by finding a sturdy step, ideally the first stair in your home, or a low aerobic step if you have one. Stand with both feet on the ground. Slowly place your right foot on the step, push through your heel, and bring your body up so both feet are on the step. Then step down 1 foot at a time. Alternate which foot leads every few repetitions. Keep your core engaged, and if you need a railing or wall for support, use it. Over time, as you feel more confident, you can increase the step height or add a small dumbbell in each hand for extra resistance. The emotional benefit of mastering step-up progressions is huge. It's not just about physically conquering those stairs. It's about the realization that you can build back the confidence you might have lost. Instead of dreading that moment when you see a flight of steps, you'll feel a quiet certainty that your body is prepared. That sense of autonomy is priceless because you're no longer a prisoner to the limitations that might have crept up on you over the years. Next, let's look at number 4. Single leg balance touch. This is where we tackle the common misconception that building leg strength alone is enough. The truth is, if you ignore balance, you can have the strongest legs in the world and still stumble on a step or lose your footing. Many seniors assume balance declines inevitably with age. While some age-related changes are normal, it's a mistake to think you can't actively improve your balance. Take Miriam, 74, as an example. She had no major issues with leg strength. She'd been doing squats and lunges in a group fitness class for years, yet she found herself feeling wobbly whenever she climbed a set of unfamiliar stairs, like at a friend's home or a public building. She realized that what she lacked was dynamic balance, the ability to stabilize herself during movement, not just when standing still. A friend suggested a single leg balance touch exercise, and within a month, Miriam noticed she wasn't grabbing for the banister in a panic. Her steps felt sure, and she carried herself more upright. Here's the surprising insight. Good balance is as much mental as it is physical. When you practice single leg stability drills, your brain refines the pathways that govern coordination. You're teaching your body to react quickly if you catch your foot at an awkward angle or misjudge the height of a step. How do you do it? Stand with your feet hip-width apart, holding a stable surface lightly if needed. Shift your weight onto your right foot and lift your left foot just an inch off the floor. Then, gently reach your left hand toward the floor in front of you, bending slightly at the hips and knees as though you're picking up a small object. Return to standing. Do a few repetitions, then switch legs. Focus on slow, controlled movements. If you find this too easy, reach farther or let go of your support. The key is challenging your balance without overdoing it. The emotional payoff is a spike in confidence. Imagine stepping into a restaurant you've never been to before, with a small set of stairs leading to a cozy seating area. Instead of pausing and feeling uncertain, you glide up, trusting your stability. That feeling of being able to go where you want, when you want, without fear is the very essence of independence. Now that we've covered 4 points, I'd love to know if you're still with me and excited to learn more. If so, comment the number 4 below. And if you haven't subscribed yet, this is the perfect time. Just click that subscribe button and the notification bell so we can continue exploring ways to help you stay active and free. Moving on to number 5, calf raises with a twist. Most people think of calf raises as purely for aesthetics or for athletes who want to jump higher. But there's a deeper truth here for seniors. Those small calf muscles are instrumental in pushing you upward on the stairs, and they're also crucial for shock absorption when you come down. A typical misconception is that the calves are merely cosmetic. Many seniors focus on thighs and glutes, neglecting these lower leg muscles. But the calves are like the unsung heroes of stair climbing. Every time you lift your foot onto the next step, your calf helps propel you forward. Weak calves can lead to extra strain on the knees, making each step more taxing than it has to be. Look at Nathan, 79. He was diligent about his exercise routine, doing squats and upper body work faithfully. But he noticed that whenever he climbed a slight incline, his ankles felt tight and he'd lose stamina quickly. A fitness coach suggested adding calf raises to his routine, just 10 repetitions twice a day. The surprising twist was that he was told to try them from different angles: feet parallel, toes slightly turned out, and toes slightly turned in. This way, he targeted all aspects of the calf. Within weeks, he reported less fatigue in his ankles, improved stability, and a noticeable difference in how easily he could navigate steps. To do this at home, stand with your feet hip-width apart. Hold on to a wall or chair for balance if needed. Rise up onto the balls of your feet slowly, then lower back down with control. Experiment with turning your toes out and in to hit the muscles from various angles. Start with 8 to 10 reps for each foot position. Feel the burn in your calves, but also pay attention to the sense of power building in your lower legs. The emotional benefit is subtle but profound. Strengthening your calves may seem like a small detail, but it's these small details that often make the biggest difference in real life. You'll discover that those first few steps in the morning, or that stroll in the park with a slight uphill path, feel more effortless. Each step forward brings a reminder that you are capable of bearing your own weight and more, reinforcing the mindset that you are not defined by age-related limitations. Now, number 6, hip bridge variations for stair ascension. This exercise challenges the belief that lying on the floor to exercise is either unsafe or pointless for seniors. In fact, carefully done hip bridges can dramatically improve your ability to climb stairs by targeting the glutes and hamstrings, which do a huge portion of the lifting when ascending each step. The misconception is that floor exercises are too advanced or risky. Some seniors worry they won't be able to get up afterward, but with the right technique and maybe a workout mat next to a sturdy piece of furniture, hip bridges are not only doable, they're transformative. Plus, practicing controlled floor exercises can improve your comfort level if you ever need to get down on the ground for any reason, such as picking something up. Consider Paula, 82. She had avoided floor exercises for years after a minor fall. Her son convinced her to try hip bridges with a personal trainer's guidance. At first, she hated the idea, but the trainer showed her how to safely get on and off the floor, which already boosted her confidence. After a month of consistent bridges, Paula noticed her legs felt stronger and more coordinated on the stairs. Her posture improved, and she could actually feel her glutes activating as she climbed. The counterintuitive truth is that working these posterior chain muscles, glutes, hamstrings, and lower back, can do more for stair climbing than focusing solely on the front of your legs. They provide the real power behind each step, especially when you push off to rise to the next stair. If you want to try, lie on your back with your knees bent and feet flat on the floor, about hip width apart. Gently tuck your pelvis to flatten your lower back, engage your core, then push through your heels to lift your hips off the floor. Squeeze your glutes at the top, hold for a moment, and lower down slowly. Start with 5 to 8 reps, and over time, add more or hold the top position for a few seconds longer. If you need help getting off the floor, keep a sturdy chair nearby so you can assist yourself. The emotional boost from hip bridges is twofold. You'll feel physically stronger, but you'll also reclaim that sense of control over your own body. Too often we avoid exercises that seem intimidating, but once you prove to yourself that you can do it safely, it's like breaking an invisible barrier. You start to wonder, what else have I been telling myself I can't do? If you're still here and excited for the final step, comment the number 6 so I know you haven't dropped out of this journey. And remember to subscribe, because the last exercise might just change the way you view stair climbing forever. Finally, number 7, mindful stair rehearsals. This might sound a bit strange, rehearsing stairs in your mind, but it's a technique that challenges the purely physical approach to fitness. The misconception is that physical strength is all that matters. The truth is, your brain plays a massive role in how you move your body, especially when it comes to coordination, balance, and overcoming anxiety. Carol, 87, is a shining example. She experienced heart palpitations whenever she faced the stairs at her daughter's house. She was physically capable. She'd been doing chair squats and step-ups for years, but the mental block made her hesitate on each step. A wellness coach introduced Carol to mindful stair rehearsals, where she'd close her eyes and visualize herself climbing the stairs smoothly, feeling each foot land securely, her posture upright, her grip on the banister light but steady. She did this visualization for a few minutes every day, coupled with slow, deliberate practice on actual steps. Remarkably, within weeks, Carol found that her anxiety diminished. Her movements became more fluid, and she finally felt at ease going up and down without hesitation. The surprising insight is that your nervous system can't always tell the difference between real practice and vividly imagined practice. By mentally walking through the action, focusing on the feeling of stability in your core, the correct alignment of your legs, and the calm pace of your breathing, you prime your body to perform more confidently when you do it for real. How to do it? Find a quiet spot, sit comfortably, and breathe deeply. Close your eyes and picture yourself approaching the first step. Notice the position of your toes, the sensation in your knees, the steadiness of your hips. In your mind, lift one foot to the next stair, press through your thigh, then bring the other foot up. Imagine reaching the top easily. Do this a few times, making the experience as vivid and positive as you can. Then when you physically climb the stairs, go slowly, replicating the calm confidence you rehearsed in your mind. This approach provides an emotional transformation because it fights the fear at its source, your thoughts. Instead of letting anxiety dominate your mind, you replace it with a sense of assurance that your body is capable. The freedom you gain from releasing that mental burden is enormous. You're not just stronger physically, you're stronger mentally, which can make all the difference when facing real-world stairs and all sorts of daily challenges. As we come to the end of these 7 exercises, let's pause and reflect on what's possible for you. You've learned about chair squats, countertop push-offs, step-up progressions, single-leg balance touches, calf raises, hip bridges, and mindful stair rehearsals. Each one addresses a unique aspect of stair climbing, whether it's raw leg strength, core stability, balance, or mental readiness. Used together, they form a powerful system that can keep you climbing stairs long past 85. Now let's take a moment to picture how different your life could look in a few months if you start incorporating these movements today. Imagine approaching a flight of stairs and feeling not a twinge of doubt. Instead, there's a quiet confidence, a steady rhythm as you climb. You're breathing well, your knees feel supported, your balance is sure, and you don't even need a tight grip on the banister. When you reach the top, you realize you never once worried about stumbling or losing your footing. That's what these exercises can offer you, a genuine sense of freedom and control over your own environment. There's urgency here because every day you wait is another day letting your muscles and mindset weaken. If you let fear or inactivity take over, you risk losing that precious autonomy that allows you to live on your own terms. But the good news is, you can decide right now to embrace this approach and start forging a stronger, more confident path forward. Which of these 7 exercises do you see yourself doing first? Maybe you're most intrigued by the mindful stair rehearsals, or perhaps you're ready to conquer chair squats. I invite you to take one small step today, literally or figuratively, and commit to trying it out. Just one. Even if it's a single set of 5 reps or a quick mental walkthrough of climbing those stairs, Once you get that momentum going, you'll find it's much easier to add the next exercise and the next. I'd love to hear your thoughts, so please leave a comment below, sharing which exercise resonated with you most and how you plan to use it in your life. Maybe you have a story about a similar journey you've been on, or you have specific goals like climbing the stairs to your second-floor bedroom without pausing for breath. Whatever it is, I'm here to listen and support you. If you found value in this video, remember to like, subscribe, and share it with others who might need a little boost in their step. Your support truly helps us reach more people who could benefit from this information. And if you're feeling inspired, why not become an active member of this community by engaging in future videos, leaving comments, and sharing your experiences? Together, we can prove that strength, stability, and independence are well within reach, no matter our age. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, you hold the power to change how you move, how you feel, and how you experience the world around you. Keep practicing, keep believing in your own capabilities, and keep climbing. I look forward to seeing you next time.